Hey everybody, just wanted to show you guys megging problem and the VFD problem. So I have it off already, but I had a ground fault alarm on the drive. So this is an A45, which means that the ground fault was when the drive started. Basically started up, you get a ground fault right away. So what I ended up doing is shutting the drive down. I undid my output wires to my motor. So I took those 3 wires off, closed up the panel back, started the drive up, and see if the ground fault stayed there, right? So I started the drive up, put it into the drive mode over here, drive started up, that ground fault alarm went away, right? That means that it's gonna be either the wiring or the motor side. That's the problem, right? If there was a ground fault continued on this, that means we probably got a current sensor, loose wiring, some other issue like that. In this case, the drive was fine. So what I've done here is I've come over to the motor, and I always go for the motor first, and I just want to show you guys what a bad motor looks like. So I have my megger here. So I found a good ground. I've scratched some paint off of here. You can see here, I've scratched some paint off here. Put that on. This one, I've put them all together just to see. You can do it this way. You can do them individually. I'll show you exactly what we do. So it's a 600 volt motor. So we could start off at 500 volts. So I'm just gonna put the megger to 500 volts. So we have our ground here. We have our 3 wires together. And I'm just gonna press this. And you can see here. So we should be getting to 500 volts. We're not, we're only getting 65 volts, and we're getting 0.04 mega ohms, right? That is not a good motor. And just to show you guys, if I take this wire off, let's take the wire off here for a second. And I could do it individually, and you know, I could put it back up here if I wanted to, or I could go right to the ground lug. So you go to the ground lug here. Let's put it on a individual winding. Okay, let's just make sure nothing's touching, because obviously that will give us a ground reading as well. So nothing's touching here. Let's try it again. So 500 volts. Yeah, see, same point. We're only still getting 4. We could go down to 250 volts. Right? We're getting 250 volts. We're only getting 2 meg. Right? Technically, we should, if we're getting 250 volts, if it was good, right, we'd get up to 250 meg. Same with 500 volts. All right, we'd get up to 550 mega ohms. Right, 1,000, we'd be going up to, right, we're getting up to like 3 giga ohm or 11 giga ohm. I can't remember how many it is, but basically that's showing you that we have a grounded motor. It's bad. So we have a short to ground on this motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. Now you could also meg out the wiring. It's disconnected. You could do that. You could just take this to ground as well. I have it to ground already, and we can actually just take a look. So I have on my red wire here. It's disconnected at the drive. Let's hit it. And that's, you know, a good reading there, right? We are at 1,051 volts, running 520 mega ohms, right? That's a pretty good range. We could go to 500 volts, test it. As you can see, that we're basically increasing and topping out at, you know, 520 volts, 530 mega ohms, right? That's an indication of good motor. Now, spot tests are just for finding direct short to grounds, right? If you're logging this, you have to chart this stuff over time. Anyways, just wanted to show you that. That's megging a bad motor.